body cam video of a shooting that sent 2 NYPD officers to the hospital. One of those officers was saved by his bulletproof vest. The other one was grazed in the leg. News 4's Phil Lipoff is live in Brooklyn and Prospect Lefferts Gardens with that new video. Phil?
And Adam, that body camera footage that you're talking about, police say is an exact illustration of just how dangerous and deadly their job can be. 1 minute you're talking to somebody, the next minute you're being shot at by the same person. Last night, just after 10, police got a 911 call reporting a man had been shot at 42 Hawthorne Street. What happened next is dramatic, chaotic, and as dangerous as it gets.
What's wrong? Did you call? Yeah, I gave you a call. What's going on?
The man at the top of the stairs, wearing a blanket, begins to speak to the officers, so they start up that narrow staircase in a single-file line to investigate. When they get within 10 feet of the man, body camera footage shows him pull a .38 caliber revolver from under the blanket and pull the trigger 3 times. Police return fire.
One sergeant fired 16 times, and a police officer fired 7 times.
In all, 26 shots were fired in that small hallway. 2 officers were hit.
The police officer who was first in the single file line instinctively turned his body, bladed himself like this, and was able to avoid a direct impact to his bullet-resistant vest.
His decision to turn sideways and his tactical gear saved his life. This picture shows where the bullet was lodged. The second officer was grazed in the shin. This video from the Citizen app shows officers carrying someone out of the building right after the shootout. And by this time, the gunman was now back in his apartment with his roommate, who police say he had already shot twice, once in each leg. That was the original 911 call. So a tactical team wasted no time, moved in quickly, burst through the door, and took the man into custody without another shot being fired. They found the handgun used to shoot at them, but also an AR-15 and a shotgun. With that kind of firepower, the commissioner knows
2 of our police officers, both of whom narrowly avoided being killed.
that night for his officers could have had a very different ending. All right, so how is everybody doing?
Shalom, Israel. Like this right here don't make no sense to me, because if his plan was to shoot at the cops, man, why the hell would he use that 38? Why wouldn't he use the AR-15 or the shotgun that they said he had in the apartment? Plus, it looked a little suspect to me because he had his face covered, and I don't know, man. That whole thing seems like a setup. I feel like they're really trying to move towards martial law in NYC, man. I really believe that, and I think that's a narrative that they're trying to push. And I feel like we're going to see more things like this happen, man. Not just in New York, but all over. And I got some more videos, man. I just wanted to show that at first, but I just wanted to show how the Most High is working out here, man. The Most High is taking people out, man, left and right. Bear with me.
Get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit.
Salakia
Install the Chime app today and get started.
New video tonight is shedding light on the death of a woman near a construction site in Brooklyn. Take a look. You see 61-year-old Estelle Davis walking across New Lots Avenue Friday in East New York. This backhoe, look right there, backs into her and then hits her in the head with a shovel. We're freezing that video right before it happens. Neither the driver nor a nearby worker appear to notice. The backhoe then runs over her. Police initially thought Davis may have been hit by a car. No charges have been filed.
Jarring new body.
You see, that right there. That's a horrific death, man. The Most High just took her out, man. She was just minding her business crossing the street, man. That's just the wrath of the Lord, man, coming real swift, man. Without warning, man. Just came upon that lady and took her life, man. In a horrific way, man. She got hit in the head with that, hit the floor, and then the damn bulldozer just ran right over her, man. So the Most High he's taking people out, man. There's another story, man.
More breaking news tonight in Harlem. A little boy found dead inside an apartment there, and tonight sources tell us his death is under criminal investigation. CBS 2's Nick Calloway live outside the 32nd Police Precinct in Harlem with more. Nick.
Yeah, police are interviewing two family members of that 10-year-old boy here at the 32nd Precinct. Sources tell us that there appears to be criminality involved in this case after the boy was found in an apartment a few blocks from here. Tragedy strikes inside this NYCHA apartment building in Harlem at the corner of West 131st Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard. On the fourth floor, NYPD officers guard the door to apartment 4F, where a 10-year-old boy was found unconscious and unresponsive Saturday afternoon. He was rushed to Harlem Hospital, where he was pronounced dead.
It's sad. It's just really sad.
Police and paramedics responded to a call of an assault in the apartment around 2 p.m. Sources say they discovered the 10-year-old boy in the living room with severe bruising and lacerations. Neighbors say they would see the boy out in the hallways sometimes. They were heartbroken to hear he was killed.
I pray for the little boy so pray for that family, you know what I mean? But, I'm really sorry about that.
When I came back to find out that this boy has lost his life, it just made me want to hold my nephew tighter, and it just gave me a big reality check on life.
Yeah, man, things is happening. Even little kids, man, old women, little kids, things are happening, man. Things are really happening out here, man. And that particular story right there reminded me of this thing I saw on YouTube where it was talking about it's COVID, bad for kids that are being abused at home, man. Because for most abused kids, school is a safe haven. I grew up as an abused kid, so when I went to school, school was like a safe haven for me, man. Right? So that's kind of deep, man. That when I seen that, it made me think. And it resonated with me because I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's true, though. A lot of these kids that are abused at home are stuck in the house. They're stuck in the very place where they're abused day by day, man. A lot of things that are not seen, are real deep, man. That's something deep to think about, man. And it was another
New tonight, a disturbing discovery at one of the city's most popular areas. Police found the body of a 19-year-old woman at the South Street Seaport. Her body wrapped in plastic. News 4's Anjali Hemphill is live there with new information on how police found that young woman. Anjali, what did investigators say?
Well, Gilma, what police found here was certainly unusual, as this is a popular area for dining and shopping, and you can see behind me that investigators are still on scene here. They're going through evidence. They've been out here for several hours because it's still unclear what happened to this young woman, but we do have some video we can show you of the scene from a bit earlier this morning. It was just after 9 when police say they got a call about an unconscious woman, and when they arrived and searched the area, they made a gruesome discovery inside an abandoned warehouse here off South Street. A 19-year-old woman found wrapped in plastic, and she was unfortunately pronounced dead here at the scene. And at this point, police say it's too early to tell if something suspicious caused her death or if there were any signs of foul play. And it's also unclear what this young woman was doing here or if she was possibly homeless. But right now, police are still out here trying to figure out what happened. The medical examiner now going to be performing an autopsy to figure out this woman.
Yeah, man, people are dying, man, left and right. Man, woman, child, man. It don't matter, man. It's really, it's going down out here, man. But this is my last video that I wanted to show real quick, about this Jake that's, he got caught because he was killing a lot of, Idumean women and senior housing homes, man. Salakia for the ad. Hey, come on, man. Really?
Now at ShopRite, get a free cooked smoked ham.
Why you gotta show that
You
during
spend
my video?
$400. ShopRite,
Smoked
helping
ham?
you get
For
it
real?
together.
Disrespectful.
When a woman's elderly mother died at a long-term care center, it didn't make sense because she'd seemed in perfect health just the evening before. Then more women started dying under similar circumstances at the same facility and others nearby. As Amber Cogliano reports, authorities now suspect it may be the work of a serial killer.
Diana Tannery will never forget the moment she got a call that her healthy 82-year-old mother Juanita had passed peacefully in her sleep at the upscale senior living facility in Dallas, where she lived. 3 weeks later, MJ Jennings found her vibrant 83-year-old mother Leah dead at the same facility. Both women's death certificates said they died of natural causes. Were you suspicious of the cause of death?
I just was so confused. There were some things that just didn't seem right.
MJ and Diana say they both noticed jewelry missing.
She always put her wedding ring in a crystal heart right next to the sink. And I looked in there and her wedding ring was not there.
Mom never took her ring off. She never took her ring off, so I knew something was wrong.
2 months later, Cheryl Kerr was informed that her 87-year-old mother, Glenna, had also died at the facility. This time, she says a Rolex and cash were missing.
How can this happen? I just talked with her. She was perfect.
What was striking about all 3 deaths is that the women all lived on the 4th floor. The cluster of deaths seemed coincidental, but then a shocking thing happened. A 93-year-old woman living at another facility in Dallas was nearly suffocated to death by an intruder who had forced his way into her room and stole her jewelry. The suspect was identified as 48-year-old Billy Shamirmir. Police say he posed as a maintenance worker to sneak into several senior living facilities in the Dallas area. A major investigation was launched, and police now believe they have a serial killer on their hands who targeted the elderly. Shamirmir is charged with killing 18 seniors since 2016. They are all believed to have been killed the same horrible way, smothered with a pillow. Diana, MJ, and Cheryl are now suing the Tradition Prestonwood living facility. Their lawyer, Trey Crawford, says the facility failed to install enough security cameras, allowing a trespasser regular and unfettered access.
The 4th floor had a total of 0. And so he had unfettered access to some of the most vulnerable people who were under the impression that...
Yeah, man. I mean, Shamirmir, I don't know. He probably not a Jake, but my whole point is the Most High used this man to take these women out, man. Right? The Most High is just taking people out left and right, man. And he used that man to do it right there, to take all these people out. We don't know. I don't know for sure if he did all these. They probably just pinned him on him. Maybe he didn't do all these murders. I don't know, man. But that's that's the situation that the Most High has that man in. The Most High uses people to kill other people, man. But let me
They were safe.
These women are devastated that their beloved moms died such violent deaths in the twilight of their lives.
Just losing your mom naturally, just to go through that grieving process, then to find out that they're murdered, and then you start thinking about her last moment on this world and the last thing that she looked at.
The last thing she looked at was that pillow. But I'm going to go into some scriptures, man. It's Ecclesiasticus, 1st chapter, verse 20 and 21. Salakia. Right, and it says the root of wisdom is to fear the Most High, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath, man. So the only way you're going to escape his wrath is if you fear the Most High, man. In the beginning of fear is the beginning of wisdom, man. So if you don't fear the Most High, you're not going to have enough wisdom to know that you need to fear him. You know, and if you don't fear him, then his wrath is going to come upon you, man. Plain and simple. Not to say that any of these heathen women had a chance, because they didn't. You know, I'm basically speaking about the Jakes, man. The 2 Chronicles 29:8. Wherefore the wrath of the Lord was upon Judah and Jerusalem, and he hath delivered them to trouble, to astonishment, and to hissing, as ye see with your eyes, man. You know? And that kind of, that reminded me of when that lady got hit by the dumpster, man. You know, this is something horrific right here, man.
New video tonight is shedding light on the death of a woman near a construction site in Brooklyn. Take a look. You see 61-year-old Estelle Davis walking across New Lots Avenue Friday in East New York. This backhoe, look right there, backs into her and then hits her in the head with a shovel. We're freezing that.
That was judgment for her, man. It's a horrible way to go, man. It's a horrible way to go. You know. This Deuteronomy 28:66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life, man. You know, we go through that every day, man. We don't know what's gonna happen to us, you know. But us in the faith, man, we know that we're protected, man, because we put off the old man, and we we repented, and we turned our backs on iniquity, man. But for these people out here that don't do that, you never know what's gonna happen to them, man. They don't have any assurance of their life. They don't know what's gonna happen from day to day. But we know that if we keep pushing and we don't let our hand off the plow and we keep doing what we're supposed to do, we know that we'll be protected, man. It's 1 Samuel. Hold on. Salakia. 1 Samuel 2. Hold on. All right, we're going to go to Isaiah 45:7. Salakia. It says, Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, do all these things. All right? So, of course we know that. We know the Most High does everything in the world, man. I'm going to stay in Isaiah, though. I'm going to go to first Isaiah 1 and let me see, 2 through 10. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2 through 10. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. Salakia. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land, strangers devour it, and your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left, as a cottage and a vineyard, as a lodge and a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom, give ear unto the law of our power, ye power of Gomorrah, ye people of Gomorrah, man. Right? And that's just basically talking to the Israelites, man. Jake is bugging out here, man. I don't know if that was a Jake that was shooting at the cops at the top, because he didn't sound like a Jake. Like I said, that whole thing right there when the dude was shooting at the cops at the top of the steps, that shit seemed orchestrated to me, man. Right? But there was another story I wanted to show, but I didn't show it. It was about all the things that's happening in Atlanta, as far as the All-Star weekend and all the robberies and shootings and things of that nature that was going on. They showing Jake piled up in clubs and things of that nature. Jake got his pride. They just got their priorities all fucked up, man. A lot of things is happening, man. This is Job 4:7. Remember I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off, man? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Right? So we all know this. We all know no one dies innocent. Whoever died, like the 10-year-old boy, the video I showed of the 10-year-old boy, he wasn't innocent. He died for his sins, man. Maybe not of this life, but most definitely in his past life. Caught up to him. This lady right here about to be hit by, this bulldozer right here, or whatever machine that's called. She wasn't innocent, you know. Her time clock was up, man. Most High took her out, man. They that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same, man. So when you plow iniquity and sow wickedness, you gonna get what you gonna get, man. You're gonna get death, man. When my father died. My father died in 2013, man. And I wasn't in the truth then. And I was real hurt by it, And after he died, my cousin got killed. Then my little cousin died in a fire. She was like 3 years old. Then my uncle passed away. Then I had friends dying, right? And then my grandmother died, man. And then my other grandmother died. I was just death after death after death. My wife's mother died. My wife's father died. A lot of things was happening, man. It was a real bad time, But now I understand, me having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I know now, that all their iniquity caused them to die, man. You know, none of them turned back to the Lord. You know, like, my grandmothers, both my grandmothers, they went to church. One was a Jehovah's Witness, one was a Baptist. They had a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge, man. Romans 10:2. I remember I was trying to tell my grandmother that, not the Jehovah's Witness, but the Baptist. I was trying to tell her that, we were Israelites, you know. And as soon as I said that, she screamed at me like, "No, I don't want to hear that." Now, my grandmother don't talk like that. She don't raise her voice or nothing. But as soon as I mentioned the Israelite doctrine, that's like probably the first time she ever screamed at me, man. When I was just trying to, tell her about it. And a week later, she died, man. I remember I was at my cousin's house having a dinner, and I was talking to her husband for like 2-3 hours, and I was breaking the doctrine down to him. I know Manata Zakba, Elder says don't don't be going everywhere talking about the doctrine, but he asked me, what I had been doing, and I was telling him, and you know I was going into it. I tried to break Deuteronomy chapter 28 down to him, the basics. And this dude was talking about he don't believe in the Bible. He don't believe in the Most High. So the very next day, my cousin calls me and says, "Yo, my husband got COVID." And she said, "Why didn't you get COVID? You was sitting there talking to him all night, and he got COVID, and you didn't." And I said, "I don't know. I knew, but I didn't want to add flame to the fire. Gasoline to the fire, Salakia. But yeah, man, this dude got COVID, man. But you gotta watch what you say, man. Dude should have watched what he said. But yeah, Salakia, man. I usually don't run my mouth like this during the lesson. I just get straight to the point. I get in and I get out. All right, this is Psalms 18. I'm gonna finish it off with this. 2-6, man. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears, man. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the four corners of the earth. Shalom.